It's week 2 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He's coming off a track meet kind of week. Just a bunch of yards and frequent trips to the end zone. It's the Saints and the Buccaneers, next on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, his Lombardi trophies are bust.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Brady now to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here come the Saints about to begin their first possession. And the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they hand him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
Brady now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he is going to have the Bucs first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Fournette, a first down carry, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Charles, now we take a look here at their 2022 draft class. No first-round pick for them this year, but it seems like they're able to overlook that, at least in talking to them, with the type of upside that they found on days 2 and 3.
Hey, you're right about that. No first-round pick, maybe. But there was a point where their top selection did have his name.
Touchdown! Kyle Rudolph, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Ryan Suckup to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night, a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing
foul.
call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
11 more on that one and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Brady now on first down. Evans has it left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Fournette. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Brady. On the screen, Bernard. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now Brady. There's Evans again, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, it's Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. Complete over the middle to Hardy.
Holding. Offense.
So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making a play there.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin in the NFC. Carolina making the trip north to take on the New York Giants. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. Sterling Shepard, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And right now they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. 2 touchdowns in that game for J.K. Dobbins. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. T.Y. Hilton, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 33.
On 2nd and 7. Winston. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Kamara up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Brady to his tight end, Braid, for the Tampa Bay 1st.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To Evans on the slant. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little bend in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, Brady. And this one hauled in by Rudolph.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bucs have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 31, Winston. Thomas has got it, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Kamara. Dancing away at the 35. And he's got room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Kamara. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are on time now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. Brings it in over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it,
and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Looks good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 3 yards remain for second down. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. To throw is Brady. On the screen, Bernard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Brady to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game, and let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for New Orleans, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.